Hey guys, welcome back, and thanks for joining us here at Totally Booked Readers. My name is Alyssa.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Hope. We're three best friends with a passion for reading who enjoy getting together to talk about all kinds of books.
We're just here for the vibes, the good, the bad, and the spicy.
Stick around for the rest of this episode for updates on us and to hear what we've been reading during our hiatus.
Okay, speaking of our hiatus, some of you may have noticed that we took a few days off.
Just a couple.
And if you watched our last episode before we went on our little hiatus, we did say we would be back in June. We got close. It's July, so I guess we have some splaining to do.
We did our best.
Yeah.
We did our best.
But, you know, unfortunately, this is not our full-time gig. And as the title of our podcast suggests, we are totally booked readers.
As much as we would love for this to be our full-time gig,
For real.
we are very totally booked.
Maybe one day. But as of right now, we all work full-time jobs as well, on top of this. So we just had a busy couple of months, and we just needed to take a break in order to focus on our lives at home and work. So, but we are so happy to be back, and we are so happy to share with you what we have been up to, what we have been reading, and what we will be reading. But we are having to make a couple of changes for the podcast in order to have a little bit of a better work-life balance for our mental health. So we still will be posting on Tuesdays. However, instead of weekly, we will be posting new episodes every other week. So every other Tuesday will be TBR Tuesday. But we're hoping that that leaves us a little bit more time to be a little more active on our other social medias like Instagram and TikTok and things like that, so that we can have a little more fun with our account as well.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself.
So if you're not following us already on there, make sure you follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok at Totally Booked Readers so you can see what we're doing besides just filming podcasts.
Absolutely. Thank you for explaining, Alyssa. I think you summed it up perfectly. I think it'll give us more time to just kind of dive in, in person on our pod, but then also kind of be, on the socials, which we've always wanted to do, just didn't have the time for.
Yes, and I think TikTok is so much fun. So I hope y'all think I'm fun on TikTok too.
We actually filmed a couple earlier today before we did our recording in here, and I must say it was very fun.
Yes, I have a good time. All of the book talkers are a good time. I like to get inspiration from all of you amazing book talk friends.
Yeah, and I like that Alyssa's in charge of TikTok because you just tell me what to do, where to be, where to stand, and I do it. And that's all that matters because I just like a little direction. And so you're really good at that.
And Kiara runs our Instagram. And so all of those creative, beautiful, fun, colorful posts that get made every time we have a new episode released, that is her and her expertise.
I say it's cathartic. It's my fun art because I'm not an artist. I can't do anything. So digitally, it's more fun.
Hope's our resident artist here. I can't draw worth crap.
Yeah.
I do what I can. I find art relaxing, crafting, any kind of painting or drawing, that kind of stuff.
I know. Now that we were quite busy the past couple months and we weren't able to do like the things that kind of fuel us, like the podcast.
This
and
is
the
soul
crafts.
food. This is soul food for me right here, sitting here on this couch, comfy with you guys.
Yes.
But we were thinking of ideas the whole time we were off, so we have a whole slew of ideas that we want to do. So more content will be coming soon.
Some of those may be including some crafty things. Ooh.
I know. I'm excited. But yeah, and then also on our hiatus, kind of reading a couple more things, diving into some new authors, like really kind of challenging ourselves a little bit. So that will be fun to share a little bit later. But as far as kind of updates on where we've been at, just work, a lot of life things that are very exciting, but also time consuming. And then, Alyssa just had her birthday. We had our birthday episode come out. So, all fun things.
Mhm. Yes, fun things, just consuming. Lots of family birthdays for me in June, so I had a lot of events to attend.
Actually, earlier today before we got here, I had a birthday party at a family's house for 3 people all together wrapped up in one birthday party. So I feel that summer is a very popular birthday
Say,
Mhm.
yeah,
time frame.
kill
Yes.
3 birds with 1 stone, if you will.
Kill the birds.
Kill the birds.
That's what Kiara likes to say. She shortens it.
There's no need to say it all. Everyone gets it. Well, you two have some updates for us as far as books. During our Get to Know Us episode, we gave all of our hot takes on books, and I would say that I got some judgmental comments and looks because of the way I like to conduct myself around the book space. And so I think that these two are eating their words.
Me and Alyssa have had some personal growth,
Some
I would say,
developments.
over the past 2 months.
Stop shaking your head.
I will say I have missed books, and because these past couple of months have been so busy for me, and I have wanted to be reading but can't find the time to sit down and read like how I want to, and because I like to consume mass chunks of books at times,
Mhm.
and I just didn't have the time to sit down and do it. I actually started picking up audiobooks. And
Yes.
yeah,
Horror.
Oh my gosh. Audiobooks.
I
What are
know.
these you speak of?
I know. Who am I? But I have really been enjoying them. I think the one that did it for me and got me in it is Lights Out.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I think the audiobook space like grabs you in life when you need it.
Mhm.
I agree.
I think
I,
that's what it is.
I also have become an audiobook girly. Oh my gosh, I know. And the reason is because I'm no longer a monogamous book reader.
Bigger shock.
I
It's
read
crazy.
multiple books at once. I have like 3 books going, and it depends on my mood which one I want to read.
Who are
I
you?
know.
Like,
I've been changed. I've become jaded in life, and one just wasn't enough for me anymore.
But I think that's how we avoid slumps. Like you get to pick what you're in the mood for.
I agree.
mhm. So are they all like different genres? Different like
Yeah,
what's
they are. Like I have like I'll be reading like a dark romance and I'll be listening to an audiobook of like a contemporary romance, and then I also have like I have branched out a tad, and I did read a self-help book.
oh,
I know.
who is she?
I know. Who
Who
is she?
is she?
Therapy's changing me. No, but I read The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. It's a very, very, very popular self-help book, and it's very, very good. I highly recommend it. I thought it was great. Am I gonna continue reading self-help books? I don't know, but I enjoyed that one. I thought it was exactly what I needed at the time.
That is good to hear because I have tried and I have gotten like 50 pages in. I'm like, I'm going to go back to my contemporary romance. Like that's where I
No.
feel safest. That's my therapy.
I listened to it on audiobook, so that helped me, and I did it while, like, cleaning one day so that I could really, like, focus on, like, the task I was doing and absorb the information without having to, like, solely focus on what I was listening to,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very helpful. I liked it a lot. It's
No,
a
that's
very
good to hear.
popular theory, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it, even if you haven't read the book. I'm sure you even apply these principles now because it's simple. It's just let them,
Yeah, simple.
letting go of control, which I have an issue with.
So it was exactly what you were needing in the
Exactly.
moment.
Yes.
No, that's good to hear. I am now excited for you guys to, get to explore further into the audiobook space. I mean, I've been trying to offer, like, Hope my library card so that she can listen to audiobooks for quite a while.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
now you'll be able to actually, like, dive and see what they have.
I need you to help me because I
Yeah.
have a library account, but I don't know how to
Oh my gosh. I'll
set
help
it
you right
up.
after this.
Oh,
See,
perfect. So
this
I can
is
get more audiobooks because right now I have Spotify, so I
Mhm.
get my credit monthly, and I have
Yes.
Audible, and I get my credit monthly.
Which reminds me, I need to listen to another audiobook on Spotify before I lose what's left. I have, like, 6 hours left
Exactly. So
for the month.
I recently signed up for the 3-month trial thing with Audible Prime member things, and that's how I've started this audiobook journey because I am unable to acquire a library card where I live with my current address. Um, so I will have to take you up on that offer, Kira.
Yes. If the library's listening, turn this off. But
I'm
I do give Hope my library card number so that she can get the audiobooks.
I'm
And
reporting y'all.
so far,
Freaking
so
get you
good.
a friend who will share their library card.
It's
freaking
so selfish too because I just want you to listen to the ones that I've already listened to. I'm like, come on,
freaking
get
criminals.
on it. I promise it's not for you, it's for me. I need someone to share in this experience with me. But so I mean, I'm not like huge on it, but I do enjoy a good audiobook and there's different times for different ones.
Mhm.
Like if it's a book that I'm anticipating and I'm probably listening to it on Spotify, I have the physical book with me and I'm following along.
Yes.
But then like the cutesy little romances, I'll throw them on like my drive home from work when I can't think.
I agree. Like my go-to for audiobooks is like LJ Shin, I think is her name.
Mhm.
Like her romance books are good, but she has a bunch of them and I probably wouldn't go and buy every single one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
That for
like,
me, that's Portia McIntosh.
mm,
I'm sure I've read like or listened to almost all of her books and they're entertaining. They're not the best in the whole wide world, but they entertain me enough. I go on walks. So, I've gone through
exactly.
all of her catalog, I think.
I even like got because all the book talk girlies, I'm easily influenced. And all the book talk girlies are always posting their daubs, their outfit of the day, book of the day, drink of the day. And they
Yes.
always have their cute little headphones on when they are listening to their audiobooks. So
Mhm.
I got over the headphones again.
That's funny. No, I love that.
I
I
know.
wish I could wear over the head, excuse me, headphones,
Mhm.
but I have too many piercings in my ears. They hurt.
I say I like it when I'm like cleaning or going on a walk.
Yeah.
So I was listening to Lights Out and The Ritual both on I go on evening walks towards dusk. And I must say, every time I heard a leaf rattle, I was getting a little rattled myself.
You're braver than I.
Yeah, The Ritual's a wild one to listen to on audiobook, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was
That
it
would
was
be wild.
it was a duet, so it had two different narrators, and it was interesting.
I have, since I started listening to audiobooks, realized I do have like a cringe, an audiobook cringe, is when it's a duet like that, but the boy still does the girl voice in
Speaking
his
part in
Oh,
his
chapters, and the
chapter.
girl still does the boy speaking voice in her chapters. Like, just
You
like,
I
have
have not
the essence, like,
yeah,
you have all the means, like, let's use it.
I
yeah,
haven't come across that yet.
yeah.
Both that I've listened to here recently that are duets, The Lights Out and The Ritual,
Mhm.
both of them switch when
Read their
it's
own.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an ick of mine for an
Yeah.
audiobook.
I have also so I have listened to some audiobooks before, and I used to say it was insane to listen above like a 1.5 speed.
Mhm.
If it's anything less than like 1.8 or 2, I go insane. It sounds like they're talking so
So slow.
slow.
That's crazy. I still have to I am like I have squirrel brain and I'm really, 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 really good at drowning out noises. So that's on growing up in a loud house. But so I like really have to pay attention. Otherwise I will find myself like blocking out the noise, so I do listen to it on a lower speed.
Well, that's why when you were saying like, "Oh, I was cleaning while I listened to the Let Them theory," we've had the conversation before where you're like, "Sometimes when I'm doing something, I can't even have music on." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Turn that off."
Yeah, I do get over, like,
Stimulated?
stimulated, but I feel like with audiobooks, because it's not like, there's not a change in pace, there's
Yeah,
not a change in volume really, like, sometimes with music, you'll be, like, listening to one song and that's the mood, and then the next song changes and it's
it's
like,
not.
like, it just gets, like, it's overstimulating to me, so sometimes I
Yeah.
can't even listen to music when I clean.
Then that's okay.
I must be curious. What is your preferred listening speed?
Now I feel embarrassed.
No, no,
No,
no.
say
Tell me.
it.
1.2.
No, that's
That's
okay. That's
okay.
good.
It's okay. I
I
would
love
say
that.
Sometimes 1.5 if I'm feeling spunky.
if I'm feeling spunky, if I'm locked in.
If I'm locked in.
Well, see, I still haven't gotten to the point where I listen and do tasks.
Mm.
I listen when I walk.
Mm.
And so my brain is just empty as I'm walking.
I
So,
love to listen to audiobooks in color.
yes. Yeah. I will get on like a little coloring app on my phone or a little coloring book,
Yeah.
just mindless activities.
Yes.
But I'm sure I'm right with you. Like if I was cleaning
Mhm.
or trying to do some other task other than driving, walking, or mindless anything.
Mhm.
Not that driving should be mindless. Everyone pay attention on the road,
Yeah,
please, as we're driving.
honestly.
um,
But
um, I would have to turn it down. There'd be no way. I'd be backing it up every 30 seconds. Like, wait, what just happened?
yeah, and then, like, if you lose focus and I
Mhm.
come back to it, like, if it's faster than, like, 1.5, I'm like, "What are the words coming out of their
I
mouth right
know.
now?"
Well, now, even like my husband will come up, like, because I clean while I do it. And so he'll come up and instead of trying to talk to me first, like now he knows, like, find the phone, pause the phone,
Oh,
and then I can talk to you.
that is so
He
sweet.
has to, or else I'm just like, can't hear ya.
That's sweet. My husband just scares me.
You have to
He'll
find it
come up and
anyways.
touch me or, like, do the wave, the hand in front of my face.
I'm over there like, what's going on with my phone? He's like, now I can talk to you. Hello. Welcome back to Earth.
That's great.
That's funny.
Well, I do want to hear what you guys have been reading. I'm also selfishly really excited to tell you what I've been reading.
Well, then why don't
Give
you
us
So,
go first,
all the
babe?
deets, please.
well, I'll start. I mean, I just have so many. It's like I have authors that we're trying newly. So I tried an Annabelle Monaghan book. I think the first one I tried was Same Time Next Summer. And then I read Nora Goes Off Script. And I think that's so far the only two I've read, but I want to read the one that came out recently, called like Summer Romance or something like that.
Mhm.
But they're so good. They're so good. I listened to them on audiobook. So that's a good one that you guys should listen
Okay.
to. And it's on our library. So I'll send them your way. But now I'm interested in like continuing to read hers because I think those were like the most popular ones. So I want to go back in time. But basically, they're like adult women who I think that they're all divorced. And, they have their little like meet cute with who eventually becomes their second husband. So,
Aww.
and it's been very fun. There's been some like kids in there, and I'm very hit or miss if there's like a kid in a book, like depending on like how what
The
goes on.
situation, yeah.
But done very well, I think. And I think the plots and like the premises of them are really interesting and like new. Whereas like, the book space, there's a lot of creativity there, but sometimes like things have been done
General
over
plots
and
are
over,
yeah.
but in their own ways. Like I'm surprised how she's able to like create her own so easily.
That's cool.
So
I will say, I don't know if it's I'm getting older or what, but I recently read a book where the female main character was divorced, and I loved it because I thought it was so cute. It's like a spin on a second chance romance almost
mhm.
of like you get to you get to realize like see the women realize like what how they deserve to be treated and how like what they weren't getting in their first relationship, they can have so much like fulfillment in their next relationship. And I
Yeah.
like that. I think it's very sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the essence of it, and then same thing as, like, the kids seeing, their parent be treated the way that they should be, and so that's been cool too. Mhm.
It's a new trope for me, I guess. I really like that.
I guess I haven't read anything really similar to that before.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like for a while it's like you're in high school, so you're reading the high school YAs, and then you're like 19 and you're reading the YAs still and some new adult. And so it's like you just transition naturally. Like you don't even think
Mhm.
about it. Like
Mhm.
I'm not reaching for YA. Sometimes I might stumble upon one because I like don't read the backs of books and
Mhm.
I dive into it. So I never turn them away immediately. Like I'll see what it's about, but I don't mind DNFing if like the vibe isn't right.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a character, like we've talked about in the past, I really like the character related stories and not always just the plot. So I'll dive into those, but it really depends nowadays with YA. Like I'm not reaching for it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's natural for people to like reach for books where the characters are similar in age to themselves.
Mhm.
So I guess that makes sense.
But yeah, but some of my favorite books that I'll still recommend to this day are YA
Hmm.
because you never know who's like listening. Like they might just they're still in that phase and I still am too because I would reread it
I know.
to just feel how I felt when I first read it.
My little sister has recently gotten into reading and has been asking me to go to Barnes and Nobles and half price books and things. And I'm trying to remain so calm and not scare her off. But I'm like, oh, have you read Red Rising? Have you heard of that? Have you heard of Red Rising or like the Hunger Games or like what do kids read nowadays? But you should borrow those and read them because they're really good.
Tell me.
Or not Red Rising. What am I? Red Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
I was like,
Not Red
that's
Rising.
actually
yeah.
The Red Queen.
that's funny.
Divergent. The Hunger Games. Oh my gosh. City of Bones.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm like trying to stay calm, but I'm like, oh, do you want to like come over to my house and pick out some books? I can give you some.
I know. No, that's me with my mom. I'm like, "Are you done with your book yet? I have another. You want it?" Well, what have y'all been reading?
Well, I the book that I was talking about where the female main character is divorced was to Till Summer Do Us Part, I think is what it's called, by Megan Quinn. I listened to that on audiobook. I really enjoyed it. I know Megan Quinn is like a big like she's a popular author, so I wanted to give one of her books a try, and I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to read more from her.
I know I've seen her everywhere all the time, but I still have not read one of them.
Yes. I found one of her books at Half Price Books like a couple months ago, but I just haven't read it. I think it's called like He's Not My Type or something like that. But now I'm gonna have to pick it up because I really enjoyed her writing. What else? I was reading the Windy Series City the last time I left off.
The
The
Windy
Windy
City
series.
series. To be honest, I didn't even
What did
find
I
anything wrong with
say?
that until Hope reacted, and I was like, "What did you
What did I
say?"
say?
You said the Windy
Series
series.
City. I was just about to talk about
That's
that.
so funny. But I read Kai's book and I was absolutely obsessed. We won't get into it because I raved about that on the last episode. But I was reading
Play along.
Play
Yeah.
Along, Isaiah's book. Not Isaiah.
It
Isaiah's
is
book.
Isaiah,
Okay.
yeah.
I have to say, after Kai's book, I think I should have taken a break because I feel like I did not enjoy Isaiah's book as much
Mhm.
as Kai's book simply because
It wasn't Kai.
Kai's my man and it wasn't Kai. And so Kai and Miller. But so I feel like I didn't give it a just chance. I rated it kind of low, but
I would say Play Along is my favorite book in that series.
so funny.
So it's heartbreaking to me. Um, but that's okay. I kind of knew going into it, like reading it, I was like, Alyssa's gonna like this one. I can just tell. But I was gonna say I read the last book.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it like just came out
Yeah, I think
and
in It's called Rewind It Back.
I've heard it's very good. I took a break though because of my feelings about Isaiah.
I say it needed to happen. You needed a palate cleanser
Yes,
too.
I feel like I was being unfairly judgmental of Isaiah. So
But yeah, so that book's for the last friend in the friend group, Rio. And the female main character, her name is Hallie. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. There were parts that I was like, this was our conflict. Like, what's going on here? But also, then it like, I was like, oh, like, yeah, this is our conflict. That would be tough. No, it was really good. And I'm very sad that it's over. But you do get like a tiny glimpse into the new series that she's going to be writing because you get to meet who I think is going to be a character. Like if I had to place a bet, like I would say that this person's going to be a character. And so I think she's moving to a new city, not any characters, our author, and probably going to start another sports romance series. I'll eat anything she reads. I'll read anything she writes.
We'll eat it up.
I think where your mind was at.
It was like a jumble of all of the above. Like, I love her. So,
yes, I think she's a very good writer. So, I think I was so in love with Kai that it was hard for me to move on.
Rose-colored glasses,
exactly,
like, pointed towards him, and you're like glancing back at Isaiah's book.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, rose-colored glasses. Is that a song? Sorry, I don't know why that.
I think so.
I mean, I think Taylor Swift sings about it.
It's a very popular saying. So probably in a couple songs.
No, I was thinking it was a Taylor song because
I think it is.
I forgot. I had a mind blank that I actually read sort of like a fanfic for like a Taylor Swift thing.
Like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
No.
Oh. I know a lot of those probably came out.
Tell us more.
Maybe. I think it was called Revenge Era. Hold on. Let me get pulled up. I'm pretty sure it was Revenge Era.
This is crazy.
What'd you read it on?
Kindle.
So it's like published?
Yeah. It's book 1 in the Revenge games. And there's a lot of Easter eggs. Like she's like it's like it's Taylor Swift, but it's not. Her name is different and everything.
It's like the author really likes Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I guess. There's a lot of like Easter eggs.
Who's it by?
Huh?
Who's it by?
Brittany Nicole is the author.
How was that?
In this first one, she gets together with her ex-boyfriend's dad, who is also her manager.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you should have led with that.
I'm so sorry. I feel like I read it so long ago. I totally forgot that I read it. Y'all would love it because y'all are Taylor stans. So
it's so funny that you read a book with ex-boyfriend's dad because so did I.
No way.
Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. 5 stars. 5 stars, babe.
Ex-boyfriend's dad?
Ex-boyfriend's dad.
I loved this trope.
No, let me tell you.
Wait, didn't at the very beginning, this isn't a spoiler, but didn't they like live together in his house?
Yeah, let me tell you. Let me encourage you to read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas if you haven't real quick. She's dating her boyfriend who she's been dating for a while. They live in an apartment together. He's kind of a loser. They're struggling to make ends meet, so they agree to move in with his dad. And his dad is like only had him when he was like 18. So the dad's only like 18 years older than her.
Only like
for age gap romance, that's not that bad.
It's nothing.
But she's like freshly 18, so that's kind of what the issue is. But she's very mature for her. That's hilarious. They're like, anyway, I don't want to spoil anything, but she lives with her boyfriend's dad. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you need to know.
It's so good, and you need to read it immediately.
I would say it's crazy how we're like kind of connected. Like we talked about our single mom romances, and then you guys' ex-boyfriend's dad, which I feel like that trope a couple years ago, hard to come by.
Mhm.
Now there's a couple.
I know. Speaking of Penelope Douglas, I also read Credence by her.
What?
I read that book so long ago,
Same.
and it was a fever dream.
Yeah.
I was like, "What is happening?"
Uh-huh.
I know that
I'm pretty
some people love that book.
I'm pretty sure I DNF'd it.
I know some
No,
people
I finished it.
love that book. And I will say it had some moments. I finished the book, so it wasn't that bad. But it just wasn't for me. I don't know what the difference is between Credence and Birthday Girl because it's kind of similar
Vibes.
premises,
Yeah.
but for some reason, Birthday Girl just felt more like romancy, and Credence
Mhm.
felt more like sex dungeon.
Yeah. I think too, we've talked about love triangles on this couch and how hate to say it, but I
That's
always
it.
pick the
Nail
best.
on the head.
No, wait. I always pick the one that they pick. I didn't pick the one that they picked because it was not a love triangle. It was a love rectangle.
And she picked the one that was the bottom of the list for me.
That's what I thought too.
Like I was like, she either needs to be with him or him, and she picked him. And I was
Exactly.
like, what the fuck?
And there are going to be people who hate that take too, but I I double down on that.
I'm pretty sure that's why I DNF'd it because I saw it leading that way, and I
Mhm.
was like, "This isn't what I
Yeah.
want."
It felt very out of the blue too. Like I felt like she had a connection with all three of them, and then all of a sudden they made it seem like she only had a connection with that one, and I was like,
Yeah, and we just moved on, and I
what
mean, y'all
about
are
the other
stronger than
two?
I
Yeah.
was. I couldn't. And then them being stuck up on that mountain for
Oh my
6
god.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
What? Yeah, that was
So,
crazy.
if any of that vagueness intrigues you, go read it. I mean, it's something you should read once in your life.
I agree. Some people love it. So it might be like your 5 star. For me, it wasn't, but Birthday Girl was. That's
I
what
say,
Penelope
yeah,
Douglas does. She like really has she like writes these books that are very controversial. Like some people love them and some people hate them.
yeah. Like a lot of people hate Punk 57,
I
but
love
I
Punk
enjoyed it.
57. Same with
Devil's
the
Night.
Devil's Night series. Some people hate the Devil's Night series.
Yes,
I
I love the
adore
Devil's
the Devil's
Night
Night
series.
series.
Mhm.
So it's just everyone's cup of tea, you know?
Exactly. I have one book that I have to get on my soapbox for. I think I messaged you guys very vaguely about like my favorite book this year.
You
Mhm.
did.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry.
Saw that coming.
And this is crazy because usually when Emily Henry books come out, I don't buy the hardback because I'm not a hardcover girly and I have to wait an entire year to read it. But the hardback that I bought, it's so beautiful. So I was like, I have to get it. It'll be fine. I'll buy the paperback later. And so I read it because I was in a slump and I was like, I know who will get me out of this. Emily Henry. All of her other books I have ranked in like order of what's my favorite. And this one within like 50 pages, I was like, oh gosh, I really hope that this goes all the way through and we don't have like a 75% like slump where I hate the end of it because this could already surpass everyone else. And it did. It surpassed everything else. I was crying on page 50. I was connected to this book. It's sometimes like you guys might read it and not fully connect with it because it just, sometimes you have your soul books. I
Mhm.
feel like this was a soul book. I was reading it, I was like, that's my literal brain on the paper.
Wow.
And so I could write a dissertation about it. If we did another like arguing 1-star reviews, I would go off. I'd be like, here's the quote, and remember this and that and this. So if anyone wants to yap with me about that book, I will because it's gotten some like mixed reviews. Yeah, like some people, I think a big part of it is people go into Emily Henry books thinking like it's going to be like big on romance and it's going to be like the best romance or well written only romance, but this one was like a bunch of different things and it wasn't fully romance centered.
Mhm.
And so going into it thinking that, you might be like thrown off and like
Mhm.
feel weird about it. But I went into it knowing these kind of thoughts. So I was kind of going into it with zero expectations. I was like, I don't know what I'm about to get myself into. and that's the way to go into it.
That's the best way to go into any book, I feel like.
Yes, but sometimes you get caught up in, book talk, and
Yeah.
I think that that's helpful too, or else I wouldn't, like, dive into some of the books that, we end up finding.
Mhm.
But, yeah, sometimes it's good to like, sometimes I don't read the backs of books for that purpose. It's like, I
Yes.
just wanna dive in and see what happens.
I agree.
But, oh my gosh, it's so good, and I kinda wish that we could read that one together, but I just read it, so I'm not gonna do that. So, yeah, just had
I
to tell you guys.
can't wait to dive into an Emily Henry book because I have yet to read any of her books. But
Mhm.
I've heard so much praise from you
I was
and
like,
from
from me.
other people. So I can't wait to try one.
I know, and the fun part of it is, like, getting to rank them because you feel very strongly about it, like, there's one that's, like, at the bottom for me, and it's still a good book, but it's just, like, it doesn't measure, and so that's why I think it's fun to be like, "What's your Emily Henry ranking?"
Mhm.
Like, that says a lot about us.
Which one's
Nothing
at the
bad,
bottom?
but, like, our differences, and that's okay. What was that?
Which one's at the bottom?
Yeah, give us your Emily Henry ranking.
Okay, I'll give it to you. It's People We Meet on Vacation is on the bottom. I'm sorry. It's the first one that's gonna actually be adapted, which is crazy.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm still really excited about it, so that'll be fun. And then it is Happy Place. That's really tough. Happy Place, and then I think Beach Read, and then Funny Story, and then Book Lovers, who was the original number 1 spot. Book Lovers, and now Great Big Beautiful Life. And I'm about to reread Beach Read, so I think that may switch a little bit because it's just been so long. That was the very first one I read.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to reread that one and see if it switches with Funny Story. We'll
Is
see.
that all of her books? Have you read all of them now?
I think that's all of them, and if not, then she has a backlist that I did not know about, and I need to dive right on in. But
Take a look.
no, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, Happy Place, Book Lovers, Funny Story, Great Big Beautiful Life, The Love That Split the World, A Million Junes,
What are these?
You know,
They
and
might
then
be like
there's
short stories.
a Beach Read 1.5 called Layover.
whoa.
I don't know if I need to read that.
Speaking of like authors' other books, I really want to read some of Rebecca Yarros.
I
Her
actually
other
have
books?
one on my nightstand at this very moment.
Really?
Yes.
Um,
I've
I
heard that they will like tear your soul out.
I think I read a Rebecca Yarros book in high school,
you
Mhm.
were
and I
telling us
remember
that.
it being emotional too. I remember that being
Yeah.
heartbreaking, but I
Like
don't remember which one it was. I'll have to go look and see if I remember any based on like their little synopsis.
The
So
one that I have on my nightstand, I've read like 2 chapters of. It's called In the Likely Event.
mm,
One of my coworkers actually, she reads also, and she let me borrow it because she knew I was reading
Yes,
the
mhm.
Onyx Storm and everything, all that devotion
that
to those books, and
nonsense.
she was like,
Just kidding.
"You should try this one. It'll
Yeah.
break you."
It'll
Perfect.
break you with a smile, she says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as she giggles.
Book lovers, man.
Um,
Yes.
and so yeah, I'll have to let y'all know about that.
Yes. I really want to read one of hers.
That would be amazing.
So
Yeah.
far, the synopsis of it and the first couple of chapters, it's like a bouncing back in time because it's like people that have met before and it just wasn't the right time. And they come back together and meet like 10 years later in like a super stressful war situation. Like he's in the army and she's like a reporter or something, and they
Yeah.
meet together again in this like super stressful environment. So I'm excited about that one.
She writes about the army a lot, right? Because that's her husband was in the army, so she has a lot of experience with that.
Yeah.
Those are good books. I like those like kind of books. I remember reading some of those in high school. Like army, where the
Mhm.
guy's in the army or whatever. They're always heartbreaking.
They're always heartbreaking. Yeah, absolutely. Any other books that you guys have read or been reading recently?
I read Truly Madly Deeply by LJ Shen.
I was like, how was that? Because I think I've heard about that and seen the cover. Like I would be able to recognize it.
It was good. Um I enjoyed it. I read it on audiobook, or I guess I listened to it on audiobook.
Mhm.
Um, it was the audiobook where it gave me the cringe where the girl was
Oh,
reading the boy voice. But that being said, I still liked the story, and it was actually my first audiobook. So I didn't like realize that the other audiobooks weren't like
weren't
that.
gonna be like that.
Which I'm kind
Yeah.
of glad I didn't because I think I would have not listened to it otherwise. And I really enjoyed the story. So I thought it
Yeah,
was cute.
like you would have heard it and then immediately stopped
Yeah,
listening.
and been
So
like, ooh,
that's a good lesson. Let's
yeah.
try to get through like 3 chapters or something. Like make
Yes.
a rule with yourself,
I
like a
know.
5-chapter rule.
I should. And then also I read Twisted by Emily McIntyre, which is her
Is that part of
um
the like Eyes on Me?
no. That's the Never After
I would
series.
say it's part of
The
like
Oh,
Hooked
oh,
and
oh.
Scarred.
Hooked,
Yeah.
Scarred.
Gotcha.
Um I love her. I have her books I have all of them and I save them for a rainy day. I only have one left. I only have Hex left, so and that's my last one by her for the Never After series, but those always hit. They always help me get out of a slump. They're like dark romance, but not like give me depression dark romance.
Well, that's good.
So,
So
I
wild
do
that
like
they're get you out of your
I
slumps
know
because
Hope hates them.
I
I
did
love
not.
them.
Oh, well, I only read Hooked, and
I think I
I
love
don't
them so
know.
much because they're very quick reads for me, like,
Yeah.
they're just very quick. I
Mhm.
really like the callbacks to the fairy tale stories because 'cause they're not
Mhm.
on the nose. It's not like she's not like the characters aren't named the same thing or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just kinda like she takes
Alludes.
oh, yeah, and, I like that a lot. I think it's cute, and I
It's
don't know, I just think that she writes a perfect dark romance man. He wants to protect her, and
I feel like I should give it a try again because it's been many years since
she
I've
writes
read it.
very good, strong female
Yeah.
characters, I feel like.
I was say, and if you want to, maybe go to the second one. Isn't the
Mhm.
second one your favorite?
The second one is my favorite,
Scarred?
Scarred, and they're
Mhm.
coming out with a, what's it what am I looking for? Like a fancy edition,
Well,
a
limited.
limited
Mhm.
edition of it in August, so I will be getting that.
She'll be there.
I'll be there at Barnes& and Nobles.
I say I've had Hooked on my shelf for quite the while. I just haven't gotten to it. I've been unless I'm like very heavily driven to like fantasy or it's the fall or like the dark romance, I kind of avoid them unless I'm looking for like a quick Kindle dark
Mhm.
romance, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe come fall I'll be more
I think
in
she
the
is on
fantasy
Kindle
space.
Unlimited. She's not
Mm,
fantasy.
no.
She's no, it's like more like kind of mafia. A lot of them are like mafia or
Mhm.
gang type.
Yeah.
Like they sell drugs or they have like a family business where they,
Mhm.
Mhm.
sell diamonds or jewels or, something
Yeah.
like that where they
Something
make a
like
lot of
that.
money and there's like,
Lucrative and
yeah,
dark
and
and
kind of like,
mhm.
not you don't really talk about it. Like they
Mhm.
usually have like a business that they run outwardly and then they have like their illegal
Under the
Underground.
business.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
like that's a lot of her books are like that. And I
Yeah.
just really like them. I also really like her as a person. She went through breast cancer and
Mhm.
I don't know, she still wrote all the way through it.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
inspiring.
I know. So I just
I
love her.
say I'll probably get there eventually. I'll need a push. I just meant like fantasy in general. Like if TikTok is not telling me to read it or you guys are not telling me to read it, I'm just gonna go to my literary fiction or my romance.
Yeah,
Like that's where I just like to be.
Fantasies are a commitment.
they are.
They are a
I'm
commitment.
saying it's like I have to be like fully locked in the first 100 pages
Mhm.
so that the world can be built and
Mhm.
I can understand and appreciate it
Yeah.
I
the way
wish
that the author would want me to. And
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm decompressing, I'm not in that
Right.
space.
I want the like mental like I want a book to have the capacity to be a full romance story, not romance, fantasy story in one book.
I
But there are
know.
no standalone fantasy books because it takes so long to build the history and build the world and build all of that.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
would love a standalone fantasy.
Speaking of fantasy, I just have to bring up the fact that we all saw Sarah J. Maas's Instagram post
Oh my
about
gosh.
her
Yes.
finishing the first draft of ACOTAR 6,
Well,
which means,
yeah.
unfortunately, that I'm gonna have to read Crescent City soon.
That's what we were talking about is you have to dive into that, but it's not an easy dive.
No,
Mm-mm.
No, it is a thick chunker.
all of them.
3
All of
times
them.
3.
I'm sorry.
But people
Mhm.
are saying, which I don't know. So she posted something on her Instagram story with a composition book, and then it said ACOTAR 6 with like a line.
-8?
People are saying it's 8, but it doesn't
I
look
don't
No,
think
no,
like
no, I'm
it's
that.
just
an
saying that's
8.
the
That's
Yeah.
what people are
yeah.
saying.
I don't think it looks like an 8. It looks like an arrow to me.
Yeah, it looks like an arrow.
So I don't know.
But
Also,
I
if
would
she can fit ACOTAR 6 through 8 in one composition book, we have a problem.
yeah, no, I would love to sit in that delusion, but I just don't think it's
Mm,
there. Let's just we've been asking and begging for years and years and years for this. Let's just be grateful for the 6 and let
I
her
know.
surprise us if not. But I don't want to dive into
I just,
that being a thing.
I feel like after A Court of Silver Flames, I would love for her to take her time. Write a better book.
I liked Silver Flames.
It wasn't my favorite. I just could not get over the fact that it was easier for her to go back up the steps than it was for her to continue down them. Okay. I really got hung up on that.
Yeah,
I
that was silly.
haven't read Silver Flames.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. Like, don't get me wrong. When I say like it's my least favorite Sarah J. Maas book, I'm still saying like it's a 4,
Still good.
probably a 4.5 on my rating. It
Yeah.
just, like I would love it if this next book has the same vibes as like Akamath. You know what I mean?
Don't we all? Don't we want
I think you would really like some of the characters that come into Silver
I know
Flames.
I know I need to. I know I
But
need
yeah, I
to.
am so intrigued to hear Alyssa's thoughts specifically. Well, obviously, hope when she gets there, but Alyssa's thoughts on Crescent City because it is.
I've seen some
Is it one of those where
things.
you love it or hate it?
I think it is. You love it or hate it, and also I got a lot of feedback because I started reading it after the second book came out, and a lot of people like the second book better
Oh, you
and
were
really didn't
opposite.
like the first one. I really enjoyed the first one and was like, okay, the second one's a lot. And then the third one's a lot. Like it's just a lot to process and so much is happening all at
Which
once.
I'm glad for because I did feel like in A Court of Silver Flames there wasn't much plot.
Yeah, no, there's plenty. So have fun diving into that.
I honestly forgot that you've read those.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think I would reread them again through audiobook. Like I would like to. If we actually got a release date, I'd probably do a reread of that because like I know ACOTAR like the back of my hand.
Well, then I might wait until we get a release date and then I'll read Crescent City and then you can reread with me.
Yeah, I'll do that with you. That sounds great.
Game plan.
I say. I know we kind of switched over to like what we're looking forward to reading, but I just have one more
Yeah.
that I have been reading that leads into what I'm going to be
I love
reading.
this.
So I was kind of talking earlier about like the YA. So a while ago when the Inheritance games came out, like I was all about it. Oh my god, I just love that. Loved the way I felt when I read it. I loved that something shocked me. And so when they continued, because they did like an extra book called The Brothers Hawthorne, which is about the brothers, not all of them, but a couple of them. And there was some weird feedback on that, so I just never read it. And now they're coming out with kind of like a separate series, but it's still part of the world. It's called The Grandest Game. So it's like the fun and the puzzles and the games and the riddles that were a part of the first series, like they create like a big old game for that so they can like allow other people to experience that that's been
Interesting.
part of their lives forever. And so I made a silly mistake and I was like, oh, everyone doesn't like the Brothers Hawthorne. I'll just dive into The Grandest Game. And I did that and I was like, oh my God, I missed so much. But I kept going and I read that whole book and then I really liked it. So I went back and read The Brothers Hawthorne. Silly, I know. But then I found out that the second book in the Grandest Game series comes out this month. What a fun
Coincidence?
Coincidence.
Yeah.
What a fun, silly little
I love when
thing.
that happens and you don't have to wait years for it.
Yes. And we ended on like a cliffhanger. Like the whole book happens in like 18 hours. And then
That's
I'm on a
wild.
cliffhanger, and people had to sit there and wait for a whole nother year for that.
Yikes.
So I'm glad I'm only having to wait a total of 4 weeks by the time I finished it to when it comes out. But the next book is called Glorious Rivals,
Wow.
and I'm very
I
excited.
can't believe you read them out of order. Like, my brain would not let me process that.
A part of me was like, "Oh my god, like, malfunctioning, we need to evacuate now."
Yeah.
But then I was like, "Ugh, I just don't know if I can go read a." It's a bigger book. Like the Brothers Hawthorne is bigger, and it's not even like it's like a I don't know. It's like a epilogue
Yeah.
of 400 and something pages of that, and so I was like, I'm not gonna go back and read it. But then I enjoyed it so much, and it brought me back into the world, and I missed the characters so much. So it was kind of like one of those feelings, like I would read 800 pages of these characters, so I had to go back. But I did use my context clues and put two and two together.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is wild. Well, I still need to read, and I feel like I bring this up every time we talk about what we want to read.
Yeah.
I still need to read Red Rising because my husband has been begging me. He loves that series. It's like a sci-fi series,
Mhm.
and I've seen it on Book Talk a little bit too. So
Yeah.
I I need to. I need to do that.
I say he's told me about it a little bit, and even in his description, I was getting lost. So I was like, this is
Yeah.
one of those fantasy series that I don't know if
I'm
I
gonna have
have
to
under my
commit a
belt.
lot of time,
Mhm.
I feel like, to it. But he loves it so much. So, and it would be fun to talk to him about it. So,
Yeah, that would be fun.
yeah,
And then you can get him to read something you want him to read too.
we'll see.
We'll see.
He's harder to convince.
I think another one that you're gonna laugh at, Alyssa,
Mhm.
is remember the Addicted series that you DNF'd
Yeah.
in the first book? So the Addicted slash Calloway Sisters series in total is 10 books. I've been reading this series for years.
Yeah.
I'm right now in the middle of the very last book. It's called Some Kind of Perfect, and I think I'm like 50% in. So while we were reading the rickshaw, it was like back and forth. It was like, oh, I'll read this whenever I wanted to, and this one will be at night or whatever. So I'm excited to finally finish that. But then she's kind of like Rena Kent because all the kids have a book.
Lord.
I don't think I'm gonna read the kids, but I am gonna read. There's like a duet, so just 2 books of characters I already know about. So I've seen glimpses of them the last 4 books,
So,
and I love them so much. So I want to go
hold
read
on.
them.
Let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
Because the whole premise
No, it's not
is
that.
that they're addicted to something.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They're all addicted to something.
They're not all addicted to something.
Why is it called the Addicted series?
The Addicted slash Calloway Sisters, because Addicted is just Lily and Lo, and they have 3 books, so that's their series. But they're intertwined with the Calloway Sisters series, so it's like Rose Calloway, Daisy Calloway. They have their own books. They each have 2, and so they go back and forth between the 2 of them. And then Some Kind of Perfect is like the big old epilogue for all of them.
Oh. Okay, I was about to say, what kind of fucked up they were addicted to something while the kids are addicted to something? Like they can't break
I'm
this.
so glad we clarified here.
That's
You know,
kind
they
of
had their
judgy.
own journey, and then they made their own path.
Okay.
So, into adulthood, we get to see them, and we get to see them
Sorry
raise
to
their
judge.
kids. No, it's all good. I'm glad I was able to answer that question. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Well,
So you're reading the Rebecca Yaros book, right, Hope? Is there any other ones that you're excited to tune into?
Oh my goodness. I think I mentioned this at our last what I was gonna what I was just starting reading
Yeah.
was Quicksilver. Um, but I just bought it through Audible as an audiobook.
how many hours is that? I feel like it'd be super long.
I honestly don't know. I want to say it's like 20-ish.
Yeah, geez. That's a long time.
Yeah.
That is a long audiobook. You couldn't listen to that whole thing in your whole month of Spotify.
Mm-mm.
They
No.
only give you 15.
But I mean, I'll listen to it on a higher speed, so it won't be that long.
It doesn't matter. They don't do it by speed, or else I'd have so much
No.
time.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah, you're on
no.
Audible.
Yeah.
Silly me. I was like, Spotify hates us.
Yeah, for real. Spotify, can we have a conversation for the audiobook lovers
I
out
mean,
here?
Truly.
yeah, that is one that I've been wanting to tackle for a while. That one's a commitment too, though.
Yeah.
So,
No, absolutely.
yeah.
Well, the only one I have left, I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I'll wrap it up, is Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. It came out back in, I think, April, and I went and bought it that day. Still haven't read it.
I've heard so many conflicting things about it.
Is that part
Well,
of the
it's
Saving
because
6 or whatever
yes,
series?
Binding
Okay.
13,
that
all of
one, yeah.
those. It's because this character that it's about in the first 5 books, it's a lot of people don't like them. I think they're misunderstood.
She always says
And
that.
so we just need to get to their book. So I am excited, but however, the problem is that it's heartbreaking. Like, it's devastating. I feel that it's going to make me feel depressed feelings.
Oh.
So I have to
Pick
be
the
in a
right
good
time.
Yeah, I have to pick when that is. And I have a couple really sad books I want to read. I just haven't been able to get to them because I have to be chipper and I can't dive into that.
I feel that.
But yeah,
I must say, I want to apologize to all of our YouTube watcher listeners. I believe our video just cut out, and we will
No.
try to fix that for next time. I apologize.
we got a good
But
chunk of the time.
We
and
did. We did.
You're not missing too much.
We're just sitting around hanging out on the couch. You can still listen to the rest of us. I just wanted to acknowledge that we knew about that. So
Yeah.
apologies.
That's okay. Do you guys have any other books in mind? Or we feel like we're
Mm-mm.
come to our close?
Yes.
I think
Okay.
so. I meant to read more in my 2-month hiatus. I just felt like I was in a slump for a good long while, but I feel like I've been drug out of it. Especially with, like I said, the audiobook
Yeah.
invigoration.
And Lights
Um,
Out will really do that to you by Nevessa Allen.
Lights
so.
Out is the one that did that for me. I'm reinvigorated, so
It's good.
Well, thanks for listening to our updates about our reading journeys. Make sure you drop your favorite audiobook recommendations on our Instagram or TikTok, since we are all audiobook girlies now and we would love to give them a try.
And make sure you follow us on all of our socials at Totally Booked Readers so you can stay up to date on all of our new episodes and releases.
stay tuned for our next episode in 2 weeks, where we will be getting together to celebrate Kiara's birthday by reading one of her favorite authors' books, Beach Read by Emily Henry.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you so much.
Bye.